Hello and welcome to Journeys of Faith. This audiobook is about St. Clare of Assisi. It is narrated by Bob and Penny Lord, and Bob and Penny Lord are the authors. Thank you very much.
Family, St. Clare of Assisi is sister moon to Francis' brother sun. It would be very easy for anyone, even someone as well known as loved as our Pope John Paul II, to be dwarfed by the aura and presence of the little poverello, St. Francis, to be totally overshadowed by the essence of Francis, which continues to cover Assisi. Unless, however, that anyone happened to be Clare, the fairest in the land, the noble lady who gave her whole life over to Jesus through the inspiration of his little messenger on earth, Francis of Assisi. As Mother Mary is the moon reflecting the light of Jesus, so Clare is Sister Moon reflecting the light of Francis.
When a pilgrim approaches the great hill of Assisi from the valley of Santa Maria degli Angeli, he cannot help but notice the two largest, most imposing buildings in Assisi. At one end of town, on the Hill of Hell, later renamed the Hill of Paradise, looms the grand tribute to Francis, the Basilica of St. Francis. On the other end of the town, somewhat smaller so as not to outshine the Seraphic Father, rises the Basilica of St. Clare. It was originally called the Chapel of St. George. After Francis' death, it became his resting place until the Grand Basilica was built. Appropriately, it is now the resting place of St. Clare. It's almost as if they're looking at each other. As in life, the love of Francis for Clare and Clare for Francis is permanently etched in the skyline of the city through the buildings dedicated to each of them.
While it's true that most people do not get to meet Clare until they've met and gotten to know Francis, somewhat as if he were introducing you to the most important member of his family, once you have met Clare, you are immediately taken back by her own unique power and spirituality. Her body is never decomposed after over 700 years. She is the instrument the Lord used to give us a miracle of the Eucharist in Assisi and is called the patron saint of television and the airwaves. Clare, do we need you now? The order she co-founded under the tutelage of St. Francis, his second order, the Poor Clares, are powerful movers in the church. One Poor Clare we write about in this book, Mother Angelica of EWTN, strengthened and encouraged.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?